Hello, hello. I am Susie Turner. I'm a Seint Beauty artist, and I am on here because it had been requested that I do a video on placement and then also maybe to slow it down so that it wouldn't be so quick for some people to watch and be like, oh, because I do reels that are like 60 seconds and they, just blast through them. So I'm going to slow it down, and I'm actually going to do what I think is really neat is I'm going to do a finger paint method on this side and then use the brush on this side. So let's just go ahead and get started because I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes. Also, if you'll notice, it looks like I have on a little bit of makeup already because I did some self-tanner contouring last night. So that way, I kind of like it because I don't have to put as much contour and stuff on whenever I put my makeup on. So I'm going to start, this is Mango, Magic Mango, and I'm going to do just a little bit of color correcting on a couple of these places that, I didn't pay attention to good skincare habits, like with sunscreen and things such as that. There's just a few little places. I go ahead and I do those up front, and then I can go back and do them again at the end if I want to. Just a little bit of redness, any dark spots, and this is also great if you have any kind of a dark blue or purple under your eyes. I know it looks crazy and orange, but you know what? It really will brighten under your eyes if you have dark under eyes. So don't be fooled by that. And I could also wear this as my main highlight shade if I needed to. It works really well. All of our foundations work well if they're the right shade for you. Okay? So I'm just kind of getting just a little bit of darkness under there where I've got a little dark under my eyes. And then I can look, and if I see anything else, any other little areas, I may kind of pop that on. But other than that, let's just get started. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to contour, and I'm going to show you where I put contour. I'm going to use my brush, the detail brush, and then I'm going to use my brush on this side and then my fingers on this side. So we're going to start with the brush first. So this is the detail brush. I love it because of the shape of it. It's perfect for contouring and applying and blending. And then this side is small. It's got almost a little angled point that really gets you where you need. I feel like this is probably my absolute favorite brush that I use. And I can do my entire face with this brush. We have so many brushes though. And they all work good, to each their own. Everybody likes something different. But we're going to start with contour. So this is the color Astoria, and I'm going to kind of use just the edge of it, and I'm going to put it right here, and you can kind of see some of that's a little bit darkness just from, not even from the contour, I have darkness there as well, from age spots. So I'm going to go in right where my cheekbone is, right from the top of my ear down, and I'm going to kind of just hug along that, and we're going to apply that, and it looks crazy, that's okay. And I'm also going to put some right here on my forehead. This is a contour, so it's going to help create shadows. It doesn't matter if it looks a little wild in the beginning. It'll all blend out because these are creams. So that is a quick contour. Think of it as like the letter 3 or the number 3 or the letter E. And so this side, let's use my fingers. Some people like to do it with their fingers better. And you can just kind of put it right along. The same areas that you did with your brush. And all I'm going to show you is the results are going to be about the same. It's just how you like it. It's like Burger King. Have it your way. And then I'm going to put it right on the side of my nose. You want those lines close together, and then I'll do just a little. And then I can do it right here along my jawline if you have any correcting that you need to do. And so that's with my finger, and that's with the brush. The color Astoria contour. So now we're going to go in with my main highlight shade, and this is the color Sandy. And I'm not even wiping the brush off. You don't have to. I'm going to just pop it all along where I don't have my contour. I will leave a few areas for my brightening highlight, but you kind of just fill it in. And I'm not using hardly any product at all. You don't have to. So now I've got that on. And so now I'm going to use this side with my finger. And I'm just going to kind of pop right. If I can get it out of my hair. And there we go. I don't think I paid. Okay. So that's the main highlight on that side. Now we're going to use our brightening highlight. That was the color Sandy that I just put on. This is Sunlit, and it is really pretty and bright yellow, but it is beautiful, and it helps cancel out some purples. So if you got purples under your eyes, it works well under your eyes as well. So I'm going to use the brush. So I flipped it over. I'm using the smaller end, and I'm going to just kind of pop a little bit there. I'm going to drag that up. That'll give you a little bit of an eye lift. I'm going to do this side. And then I'll even like to kind of draw, do a little extra carbon. Okay? So there. That's with the brush. So now let's use the finger on this side. I'm getting to the... See, now that my tan, I'm hitting pan there, I can put this on a candle warmer or like a stovetop or something for just a few seconds, and all the cream will melt, and then it will cover up the bottom of my tan, and then I can use every bit of it and I don't waste any product. So I need to be doing that with this. But anyway, I'm going to put this in this corner, kind of push that up for that eye lift effect on this side. And I'm just going to kind of go down right the middle of my nose, because you can use your brush or your finger for this. But, and then a little bit more on this side. A little yellow mustache. And then if you want to kind of carve out, you can carve this out too. Right there. Okay? So that's it. I've got my face done in a nutshell. I think I may need, let me go a little bit with my, I think I needed a little bit more of my highlight color there. Okay. So now I have my face. This is all kind of just finger painted on, just the cheetah method as they call it. And then this is with the brush. I've not blended it yet because I like to place my colors where I need it, and then I will go in and blend at the end, because these colors, since they're cream, especially if you have dry skin and stuff, it's really nice to let them just kind of set on your face for just a few seconds so that they can kind of get a little more buttery, and then they blend like a dream. So you can blend as you go if that's what you want to do. It's totally up to you. This is how I choose to do it. There's more than one way, which is the beautiful thing about this makeup. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use I'm going to go ahead and do my bronzer too while I'm at it. Why not? So I'm using the brush, and I'm going to kind of stipple, just kind of popping that in right here on that side. And then I'm going to use my finger on this side. And then I like to do just a little bit on my nose. And then sometimes, since I did self-tan my face a little bit last night and my neck, it will blend better. But sometimes my face, since it's so freckled and I have a lot of discolorations and stuff, my neck is almost always lighter than my face. So sometimes I will drag this bronzer. It's very sheer, so it's only going to give you just a little bit of glow. It doesn't have shimmer in it though, but it will give you just a very slight, subtle hint of color. So that will kind of, sometimes that'll warm your neck up to match your face too. That's the great thing about having this cream bronzer. So now I have that on, and the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my lip and cheek. So this is the color Madrid. It's one of my favorites. So again, I've not wiped this brush off at all. I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to put Madrid right here on my cheeks. And then I'm going to take my finger, and I'm going to pop it right there as well. And then I'm going to put just a little bit on my lips. because it is for the lips and the cheeks. And if you are interested and would love to try this makeup, because it is so affordable, I feel like you can get everything that you need in a starter kit for your face, except for eyeshadows, for like 140, maybe 141 bucks plus tax USD. And I can tell you exactly the shades that you need, and then you can kind of pick and choose anything else that you want to add into your cart. It's totally up to you though. It's just suggestions that I give you, but I can look and tell you what colors that you need. Okay, and it's colormatchbysusie.com, and I will put the link whenever I post this video. So there we go. Here's all finger painted up, and here is what I've used with the brush. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to blend it with a brush, but just to let you know, if you have a damp beauty sponge, you can also blend this with a beauty sponge if you didn't have a brush. So the brushes, they're designed to work so well with these creams. They work with all makeup really well, but they work amazingly with our creams. So you could use a damp sponge and paint up with your fingers and then go in and blend it, and you're good to go there too. Or you can try, other brushes as well. But once you use our brushes, you'll be like, oh God, they're amazing. Super high quality. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to start blending. But I wanted to show you guys what it looks like with the two different methods and where I placed it all. If your face is not shaped, you may have the, some cheekbones that protrude out more, or more of a round face or square face. You kind of will play with what works best with your face shape. But for the most part, the general areas are almost the same. So let's go ahead and start blending. As you see, I probably could have went in because I didn't wipe off I didn't use a whole lot of the blush. So I feel like my chin may be just a little bit orange from the blush because I didn't get it all on my cheek good, but that's okay. Creams are so easy and forgiving to use, work with it. I'm just kind of blending it in. I'm stippling as I go. I'm not going to do big swipes. I'm just kind of pressing it into my skin. And when you blend, especially your contour, you want to blend that upwards and not down. If you ever come in too far or too low, you can always go in with your lighter color and kind of clean that up. It's super easy to fix any mistakes too. And it comes in, this makeup comes in like little palettes. Like here's a palette. This is a big one though because I have everything in here, but they're magnetic, so they just kind of pop in and out so that you can just put the colors that you want. You pop them in and out of there. It's just really easy to use and convenient. This is a big one though. When I travel, I use a smaller one, and they're all TSA approved. So you just kind of pop them in your purse or in your bag, grab a brush, tube of mascara, and you're out the door. You're good to go. Okay, see how that's all blended out? I'll even zoom in too, which is kind of scary to zoom in. Kind of makes you a little vulnerable, but nobody's face is perfect. I know we see all the people on TV and in pictures and everything else, but those are touched up. It's not real life. Once you see people, I mean, you can be beautiful and not have to have perfect skin or perfect makeup. And see if I feel like, again, I would like to say maybe I went a little heavy on the contour and the bronzer, but I also did myself tanner last night, so that does not help the situation sometimes. So I will go in and kind of brighten that up a little bit. Let me get that corner of my eye. I went ahead and did my eyes as well. I'm wearing Stardust, Philly, and Chai. Okay. So there. That's my makeup all blended out. I'm actually going to go in with a little bit more sunlit right in the center. But oh, I was just going to show. So see, you can't really tell that I use which method I did on each side. It looks the same. No matter how you put the makeup on, it's almost always going to turn out, it's just goof proof. So it's going to turn out the same even when you think, oh, I've messed it up, or oh, I've done this. It's still, once you get through putting it on, it always looks so good. It's like, it's crazy how it works. I'm just going to put just a little bit more of my brightening color right here in the middle. You want to brighten down your T-zone, and then any, under your eyes, it's always good to have a little bit of a brighter color. Some people like to go really light and like, whoo, bright. And some people like it to be subtle and just have, just not have a darkness under their eyes, and that's fine too. You do what works for you and what you like and what you're comfortable with. Okay. That's my makeup. That's it. The last two steps that I will do is I will go in with my Perfector sponge. And if I wanted to add any more, like a more lip and cheek or more bronzer or more anything else, I could then go in and add. But I'm very comfortable with how it looks, so I don't have to have a whole lot more. But you can go in, like I said, and correct anything else that you want to. I'm going to take this damp sponge and I'm going to just kind of bounce it around, and this will help pick up any excess that I may have. Oh, I'm just not seeing comments. I'm sorry. I love Christy. I didn't see you try to join. I wasn't even looking at the comments. I could see things down there. I'm the worst. I don't pay any attention. Yes, I'm using Sunlit. My contour was Astoria, and my main highlight is Sandy. I love Sandy and Sunlit. I feel like that's a great combo together. And I will use usually Aura or Sunlit, but I have been on a Sunlit kick for a while. Okay? So that's it. So all my makeup's done. I will go in and I will set it now. Always shake your setting spray. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define. It's one of my favorites. It's like a Charlotte Tilbury dupe. And I love that one too. But this is like $10, and the Charlotte Tilbury is like maybe 28 or 38, which is really good, and I feel like worth it too. But if you can find another one that you like, then use that one. I'll let it dry for just a second or two, and then if I wanted to go in with a powder, I could use that as well, just to set under my eyes or anywhere else. I'm typically mildly oily, not super. I'm not super oily, especially in the wintertime. But sometimes in the summertime, I'll be a whole lot more. But I feel like as I've gotten older, my skin's gotten a little drier. I think that comes with, unfortunately, age. But that's it in a nutshell. So, thank you for watching. If you would like a color match, I would love to be your artist. I would love to give you a color match. So, again, I'll put the link. It's colormatch by Suzy, SUZY.com. And I can tell you exactly what colors that you need, and then be there to help you with all your makeup questions that you have. So, thank you for watching, and I hope everybody has a great and blessed Saturday.